Sam Booth asks, I am relatively new to the horror genre, and I'm still mostly a coward, but I'm getting better. So what book would you recommend for getting into horror literature and why?
Oh.
I'll tell you. I just read Later, Stephen King's latest book, and I really enjoyed it. And I think that would be a great book to start with because the horror is very mild, and it's a lot of fun, and it's kind of reminds me of the dime store crime novel. It's kind of horror crime, and I really enjoyed it. I think it's fun, and I think it's a nice segue into the King universe.
I'm gonna do my recommendation that I do with everyone. If you have not yet read Joe Hill, read Joe Hill. He's got like 5 novels out, I think, now, and he's got a couple of collections of short stories. Get 20th Century Ghosts, which is one of his short story collections, and read that. It is some of my favorite horror fiction ever written. I recommended it to Wes, and he loved it. So I like this.
I started reading him, and then I just read everything he ever wrote. In 20th Century Ghost, pop art, that's a great entry. Well, I don't know if it's a great entry to Joe Hill because it's just a beautiful, beautiful story, and it's not horror. So he writes a lot of different genres within that book of short stories. A lot of them are horror, but some are not. In the Full Throttle book, what was the name of the story where they go into the fantasy universe and they're hunting?
When they're hunting the satyr.
Is it a man?
Yeah,
satyr.
When they're hunting the satyrs.
Yeah, a satyr.
Yeah. So Joe Hill is my recommendation. Amazing writer. And some of his stuff is more horrific than other stuff, but all of it is good. You can't go wrong.
You can't go wrong with Joe Hill. Great starting point. Jet Ramsey asks, Ty, you mentioned previously each book takes on a different genre. Without going too far into spoilers, could you describe briefly the genres of each book?
So, Jet, we have talked about this a lot. You can easily find Daniel and I going on at length on this stuff. So I encourage you to go do a search on this one. There's the answers you seek are out there waiting for you to find them.
Which one's the horror? We know the Western one. The Western one is 4. Which one's the horror one?
Book 3 is our haunted house story. So,
Greg Beck asked, you guys mentioned the value of quality of day players, and it's something I noticed time and time again in so many episodes. One of the strongest single service characters that blew me away was Nico, Earth pharmacist on Basic that helps Bobby adjust to walking on Earth. The actor who played him, Milton Barnes, was outstanding. Was this question written by Milton Barnes, I wonder? What's the over-under that Milton Barnes wrote this question? My question is, how did you find someone so talented and handsome as Milton Barnes? Now, my question is how involved are the senior staff in casting for these parts? Or is the casting team mostly responsible for these smaller parts?
Well, so in television, yes, we have casting agents who are, they bring us lists of people, they bring us headshots, or they'll actually film readings for us to look at. But every person who appears on camera, unless they are labeled background, if they have any speaking part at all, if they are cast, the director and the showrunner have to approve them. So there is no part on the show that the director and showrunner did not cast eyes upon and approve before they are on camera. So in that way, the answer is, you say how involved are senior staff? I'm not sure what you mean by senior staff, but at least at the executive producer and showrunner level, every single part is looked at and approved.
Who the hell approved you and Daniel?
We were BG. We don't go through the regular casting process when you're BG.
Oh, okay. Because good thing, because you would have had a hard time making it in.
If Narain had to approve us, we would not have made the cut.